Greetings, duelists, and welcome to another video. I know I'm a little late to the party, but I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. I know that a lot of rumbling has been going around with the new Destiny Hero support, and I kind of want to have my thoughts on it because I really like Destiny Heroes. Throughout history, this deck had a lot of really cool quirks. Like, if you saw my earlier video posted today, I did post a Sky Striker deck. And one of the things I loved about that deck so much is all the draw cards that deck had. I feel like Destiny Hero was like the predecessor to that deck. Like, between Diamond Dude, Destiny Draw, Allure, Trade In, like copying their draw effects. Like, this was like one of the ultimate draw cards or ultimate deep draw decks that we had in history before like Sky Striker. We also had in recent years a lot of really cool quirks. Like, back when Isolde wasn't as degenerate, I guess Isolde was kind of degenerate since the very beginning, back when Goki was meta. But there was like a really cool Dark Warrior deck. They involved Destiny Hero cards, and Isolde was like played in that deck. A couple of years back, we did have DPE, or Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. I think it was in 2021, 2022. And this card was also very meta defining for a while, even to the point where Fusion Destiny even got semi-limited in the TCG. This commander was a really strong card, enough to the point where it got banned and then errata'd. You had other really cool gimmicks. Malicious to this day is still an abuser for certain strategies. But what about Destiny Hero the deck? Like, can Destiny Heroes thrive and like be a meta contender? Well, we now got a few cards for them in Brave, Beyond the Brave. But before we talk about those cards, I kind of want to like divide the categories of Destiny Heroes throughout its history. You got the cards that were heavily played and abused throughout history. You have the cards that were very niche and were not being played as much. And then you have some of these cards where these cards were kind of playable. Like, they saw some level of experimentation, even though it wasn't to a high degree, but they were semi-playable / competitive. These two included. And then we have these four older monsters. And the reason we're talking about these four older monsters is because we got new support for them. Let's start with the retrain of Doomlord. Before we talk about new Doomlord, let's talk about old Doomlord. Old Doomlord, once per turn, would target a monster your opponent controls. It would banish it until your second standby phase. This card, for today's standards, is still kind of strong. By the time your second standby phase rolls around, the game has already been decided. So this card as removal is kind of good. The problem is, it's only just removal. We're in 2026. Banishing removal is very strong in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but not on an ignition effect. Like, on a trigger effect, is way more impactful because it means that on the summon of Doomlord, your opponent has to respond to it immediately. Nowadays, people can just like even pop the summon before they even get to breathe with their interactions. So, let's see new Doomlord. So, upon normal or special summon, you can target what opponent monsters you control, banish it until the next standby phase. This is a little bit of a nerf because it is the next standby phase, meaning that if you did not finish off your opponent, they get to get their monster back. However, it is a trigger effect and not an ignition effect, so that kind of makes up for it. it kind of gives you like something that you can do when you're going second with this card, which is kind of good. Second effect, you can send one Destiny Hero monster from your deck to your graveyard. Add one Clock Tower Prison or Prison Tower of the Clock City, Dark City from your deck to your graveyard to your hand. Let's talk about old Clock Tower Prison. This card is not that good. Like during your opponent's standby phase, just place a counter. If this card has 4 or more clock counters, is destroyed, you can summon Dreadmaster, which is this guy. While this card has 4 more clock counters, you do not take any battle damage. This effect is being power crept. Like, getting to 4 counters is already a struggle. And like battle phase protection from damage is kind of niche nowadays. Like, if this card had like, you know, self-protection, it would have been a little bit better. We don't have that many cards that give clock counters to this card outside of like Dread Servant. So this card has be completely power crept in my opinion. So you're not sending that, you're not placing that with Doom Lord, with the new Doom Lord. However, we got a retrain of the Clock Tower Prison. And this is Prison Tower of the Clock City, Dark City, which is pretty much like a combination between Clock Tower Prison and Dark City. Its effect reads, during your main phase of the turn this card was activated, you can add one Destiny Hero monster or one card that mentions it from your deck to your hand. That's already way better than Clock Tower Prison. Each time a level 8 or higher monster, Destiny Hero monster is special summon, all warrior monsters gain 300 attack. A little bit of a downgrade to Dark City. Dark City gains 1000 attack. However, this is only when a Destiny Hero attacks. So this slight power boost is not unwelcomed. Like this first effect already way more than makes up for it. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon one Destiny Hero monster from your deck, and if you do, it is treated as being special summoned by the effect of Clock Tower Prison. Clock Tower Prison can only special summon Dreadmaster if it has 4 or more counters, which means this popping it just gets you to your Dreadmaster win condition way quicker than regular Clock Tower Prison. Very, very good card. Like, I have no qualms against this card. This card is fantastic. You can even make the argument that you just play 3 of this card just because it is a searcher for Destiny Heroes. So, now we got to the next card, and that card is Dreadnought Servant, which is an upgrade to Dread Servant. Let's read old Dread Servant before the new one. If this card is normal summon, you can place one clock counter on each Clock Tower Prison. When this card is destroyed by battle or center graveyard, target one spell or trap you control, destroy that target. This card was meant to help out with the Clock Tower Prison strategy. Again, this was very, very niche. This was very slow, even by older Yu-Gi-Oh! Standards. So this card would have seen no level of play whatsoever, even in the current hero builds or even the past hero builds. Let's look at the new one. So the new one can special summon itself if you control a Destiny Hero monster or a field spell. That's any field spell, not just Clock Tower Prison. You can destroy one card you control, and if you do, add one Polymerization from your deck to your hand. If a level 8 or higher Destiny Hero monster is special summoned, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls, place it on top of it. This card is really fantastic. I'll even say this. This card is good even outside of hero decks. Like, there are some like field spells that do get effects if they're popped. Cosmo Town is like one example. Like, just being able to special summon it as an extender, pop for example, the Cosmo Town and like add a Polymerization is nothing I would complain about. Obviously, this card is meant to work with the Dark City, with the new prison tower. So new Dreadnought is just gonna grab itself, pop this, add polymerization, and then upon this card's effect, you can summon the Dreadmaster. Which, for those who don't know and don't remember, Dreadmaster, if it was a special summon by Clock Tower Prison, can destroy all monsters you control, and then reborn 2 Destiny Hero monsters from your graveyard. After this card is special summoned for the rest of its turn, Destiny Hero monsters you control cannot be destroyed. Also, you take no battle damage when they battle. The attack and defense is equal to the combined attack of all Destiny Hero monsters you control. To this day, this card is still very strong. The problem with that Dreadmaster is this card was almost impossible to summon. Well, it wasn't impossible to summon. It's just that without summoning from Clock Tower Prison, it really just had no effect. Now, because of the new prison tower, this does get its reborn effect. And not only does it have its reborn effect, it also protects your Destiny Hero monsters from being destroyed. So this already gives you a good matchup against like decks that just pop cards. So yeah, already we're off to a really good start. This is already like a good strategy if you're going second, because this is basically an advantage card that if your opponent pops, just summons this guy, and this card protects all your guys, and this card can also reborn 2 Destiny Heroes at any point. However, that's not the end of just Dreadmaster. Before we talk more about Dreadmaster, let's talk about Dogma. So, old Dogma had the effect of tribute 3 monsters, including at least a Destiny Hero. Once per turn, if you control this face-up card during your opponent's standby phase, after you special summoned it this way, you have your opponent's life points. This is a very, very powerful effect. However, there was a few problems with Dogma. One, it was not heavily searchable. Yes, you can make the argument that you can summon it. You can add it with Stratos. You can add it with Cross Crusader. You can add it with like Bion and like other cards like that. But yeah, Shadow Mist is another card that can add this. But just tributing 3 monsters, including a Destiny Hero, did not feel like very conventional. You kind of needed more things to make this effect worth it. Just having your opponent's life points on their turn doesn't mean a lot. Until now. Welcome Destiny Hero Dogma Guy. So Dogma Guy cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by banishing a total of 3 warrior and/or dark monsters from your graveyard. You can only special summon Destiny Hero Death Dogma Guy once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned this way, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent during their next standby phase. This is a lingering effect that occurs after this card was special summoned. So it does trigger this effect. You have to activate this card, but if it resolves, it doesn't matter if this card leaves the field. Your opponent will take 2,000 on their next standby phase, which is where the old Dogma comes in. Between this old Dogma and the new one, you're already burning your opponent for at least 6,000 life points if they started with 8,000 life points. That's almost FTK territory. And by the time of this recording, I'm pretty sure that people already have figured out a way to FTK with these. But I still kind of wanted to go blind, like with first initial theory and introduction, like I do with all my videos. I will show you a combo that gets through both of these like later on. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can shuffle monsters from your hand, field and/or graveyard to a deck as fusion material, and if you do, fusion summon 1 warrior or dark fusion monster from your extra deck. You will see with the combo that I'm gonna show you that this can get you to Destiny Hero and Dragoon. This can summon like DPE. This can summon like Dystopia as well. Really good effect, and it is a quick effect when your opponent activates a card. So you almost always will be able to do this. Really good card. Also, can we talk about the fact that this can just banish any 3 darks? Malice energy, anyone? Yeah, just want to mention that. Now let's go to other cards that you can summon with this. This can also summon this Dystopia guy. And Dystopia has niche interactions as well. But we'll talk about that another time. Let's talk about Destiny Hero Dreadnought Guy, which, by the way, can also be fusion summoned with this. This card must first by either be fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing 1 Destiny Hero Dreadmaster. You can only special summon Dreadnought once per turn. If this card special summon, you can add up to 2 cards, a Destiny Hero monster and or a card that mentions one from your deck to your hand. This card's attack becomes the original attack of all other Destiny Hero monsters in your field and your graveyard. This card's fantastic. Like, if you're going second and this monster hits the board, you're pretty much OTKing your opponent. Like, this gaining attack for all the Destiny heroes is a lot. Imagine if you have both Dogmas in your graveyard. That's already 6,800 attack. Like, imagine that plus DPE. That's already almost 9,000 or over 9,000. That's like almost 9,000, over 9,000. Like, imagine just having all these Destiny heroes in your graveyard. Like, this gets to gargantuan attack. Not all Destiny hero monsters have high attack, but just some of them, like Dogma, is already good enough for this card to be like a really big threat. And reminder, if you summon Dreadmaster, your Destiny heroes cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, but just summoning a Dreadnought guy that cannot be destroyed, like just punching your opponent for like over 10k, like in the jaw, like that's a lot. So yeah, that's it for all the hero cards. Like I said earlier, something really cool about this deck is that you can play a Hero Lives, you can play Stratos. Be mindful, if you activate Doom Lord, you are locked into dark hero monsters. So there are some combos with Stratos that cannot be done if you activate the new Doom Lord. But you know, you can play Stratos, you can play a Hero Lives, you can play Vayon, you can play all these draw cards if you want as well. Like, there is so much flexibility in Destiny Hero. Let me show you a few combos. So this is one combo involving the Clock Tower Prison. Again, this is a card. This is a starter, and this is also an extender. So we can grab Dreadnought effect, special summon itself, add pop, add polymerization. We're gonna add fusion substitute for this example. You can also add polymerization. Just showing you that you can do either or. Tower Prison summons from the deck. We're going to summon Malicious. Welcome back, Malicious. We're going to activate fusion substitute, fuse these two, fuse into DPE. Welcome back, DPE. Banish Malicious, summon from the deck. Link these two into Cross Crusader, bring back DPE, summon another Malicious, tribute Malicious, add Stratos. We haven't normal summoned yet, so we can normal the Stratos. Stratos adds Salsa Fountain. We're not Dark Hero locked yet. We're locked into heroes in general because of Cross Crusader. So you can go Mass Hero Fountain, special summon itself, use DPE, pop the Fountain, and Fountain effect and DPS effect, we're going to set our mass change. And then your opponent's turn, you can bring back you can use the Crusader for Dark Law. This is just a basic combo I kind of want to show. You can do a lot more things, like you can banish the Malicious, use it with Stratos into for another monster, use Fusion Substitute, put back. You can summon like the bigger Destiny Hero monster. You can do a few more things. I just wanted to show you that one card combo with Clock Tower Prison because this is Dark Law DPE. And I don't need to explain how good Dark Law DPE is by modern Yu-Gi-Oh standards. So this is another combo. This is with Fusion Destiny. This is another really cool thing about this deck. This deck has a lot of one-card combos. Like A Hero Lives, Stratos, Fusion Destiny, Clock Tower Prison. Like, there's so much flexibility you can do in Dark Hero or in Destiny Hero. Let's go Fusion Destiny. We're going to summon Dominance. Dominance is an old Destiny Hero that requires 3 Destiny Hero monsters. The 2 relevant effects of this card is you can look at the top 5 cards from your deck. That will be relevant later. When this card is thrown upon a monster by battle, you can draw 1 card. If this Fusion Summon card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can target 3 level 9 or lower Destiny Hero monsters with different naming in your graveyard, special summon them. So the cards that we sent are Malicious, Dogma guy, and new Doomlord guy. We're going to Malicious, summon, grab these 2, summon Cross Crusader, resummon the Doomlord, affect the Doomlord, send Draw Hand in order to place the Clock Tower Prison. There's no way, we cannot do mass change combos here. I mean, there are some mass change combos that do not involve, like the Fountain, but we're Dark Hero locked, so keep that in mind. Summon Malicious, special from the deck, use Cross Crusader, tribute the Malicious, add Stratos. You can also tribute the Doomlord guy and just keep the Malicious. Stratos effect, add Dark Angel. You're going to use Dark Angel. Dark Angel summons herself to your opponent's side of the field. I kind of wanted to do this combo just to show you like the fact that your opponent will be spell locked before their main phase. This also protects you from Imperm if they haven't Impermed anything yet, which the only Imperm choke point would have been these 2. We Dreadnought Servant, special summon, pop the Cloud Tower, add the Fusion Substitute. We do Clock Tower effect, summon from the deck. We're going to summon the Dreadmaster. We're going to grab these 2, pop them both because of Dreadmaster, and bring these 2 back because of Dreadmaster. We now do Dominance effect to stack the top of our deck. We're just gonna use this Clock Tower Prison as an example, just to show you the niche interaction. We're going to fuse those 2 into DPE. Fusion Substitute, put back Dominance, and draw the Clock Tower Prison. So that means you can draw any card. You can also fuse away something else and just fuse for DPE, popping the Dominance, and the Dominance just reborns 3 Destiny Heroes. You could do that too, just to give yourself more field advantage. We're going to go Dreadmaster into Dreadnought guy. Dreadnought guy, grab Dogma, and grab D-Force. And this is what I meant by being able to summon Dragoon. Dragoon is accessible through this combo. We're going to D-Force, add Plasma, banish Cross Crusader, Stratos, and Dreadmaster in order to summon Dogma guy. We're going to activate the Dogma guy. Now we burn our opponent for 2k. We can tribute these 3, summon Dogma, and on our opponent's standby phase, they get to lose half their life points because of Dogma, and they get to lose more because of Dogma guy. They can't activate any spells like Droplet or anything. Well, they can. Well, Droplet would be an answer, but outside of Droplet, there's no real spell cards that can be activated to get rid, like to stop you, because the Dark Angel will negate a resolution. So yeah, if you end up summoning Plasma, our board is protected by targeting, and if we have the Dogma guy, let's say for example we tributed Death Knot Servant and we kept the other Dogma. If your opponent activates anything, you can Dogma, fuse into like Dark Dragoon or like other Destiny heroes, and if you summon the Dragoon, your opponent is at the mercy of losing their last 2,000 life points. So those were the combos I kind of want to show you. There's probably way better combos than the ones I've shown, but I'm not a Destiny hero expert. Again, I cannot preface this enough. This deck can play all of these, which is kind of powerful. What do you think about the new Destiny hero support? I think it's fantastic. I think this is actually a threat. And again, I'm not a hero expert. People probably already figured out FTKs by the time I finish recording this video. But until then, keep practicing and keep dueling.